In today's video, we're going to be going over some things that I'm expecting to see come out in GTA 5 Online in the year 2022. It's a brand new year, and I'm expecting some pretty decent stuff from Rockstar, and I'm hoping that they actually end up releasing most of the stuff I'm saying in this video. So, with that said, I hope you go on to enjoy it. Be sure to drop a like, subscribe if you're new, and comment down below, do you think Rockstar is going to add any of the things I mentioned in this video, or do you think it's going to be some other stuff? Be sure to let me know down below in the comment section. Anyways, with that said, I hope you enjoy, and let's get into it. Obviously, the very first thing is going to be GTA 5 expanded and enhanced. I'm not expecting it to be too great, since the definitive edition wasn't too amazing. I'm expecting it to be something like that, but I'm really hoping to see some sort of new content added. Personally, I'm hoping to see some new vehicles, maybe some new houses, and the best part would be a brand new map in the online portion of the game. That would be amazing. But it's highly unlikely. After seeing what Rockstar has done with the definitive edition, I'm not expecting too much, and if I am expecting something, it's really just not going to be all that great, and I'm sure a lot of you guys are thinking the same thing as well. So that's obviously coming out in 2022, but let's talk about some other stuff that I'm actually expecting to see. The next thing is going to be at least 2 DLC updates. At least one big one and one smaller one. I'm expecting one fairly large one similar to the Perico heist or the Diamond Casino heist size, and one smaller one that's probably around the same size as the Summer Special DLC update we received a little while ago. I'm not gonna lie, the community in GTA 5 is dying off, and I'm not really sure what Rockstar still has planned for GTA 5 Online, but I'm hoping they add some things that will really make the game a lot better for us as a community, because right now it's not doing too well. The one way I could see Rockstar actually keeping this game going is if they put out more consistent updates. Right now we're barely getting anything, and I feel like if they put more updates out into the game, it'll somewhat bring the game back to life. It wouldn't be what it used to be, but it would still be pretty damn amazing. And I know we're all pretty much just waiting for GTA 6, and I'm really not sure why they haven't released it. Some people said they were working their employees too hard, but I mean, that could have been a thing, but it's been almost a decade since the last GTA installment was released, obviously GTA 5, so I mean, like, they can't really expect a game to last this long. It lasted a lot longer than I think a lot of people thought it would, because they expected like GTA 7 to be out at this point in time, so hopefully we just get GTA 6 a little earlier than 2025, and I think that's what everybody is hoping for at this point, because most people have just stopped playing the game entirely and moved on to better things. And honestly, I might even start doing that at some point as well, because there really isn't too much to cover anymore about GTA Online. The main issue is that there's too many businesses and HQs already. There is 16 different things you could buy. You could get a hangar, a bunker, a CEO office, a vehicle cargo warehouse, a special cargo warehouse, 5 different MC businesses, a clubhouse, a nightclub, a submarine, facilities, an auto shop, and an arena workshop. I also forgot about the Avenger, MOC, and Terabyte, making it 19 different HQs/businesses. That is a bunch of different stuff, and they all require different things, and you pretty much use them all as HQs or ways to make money in the game. And if they keep adding more and more of these, it's just going to be too much. At this point, I think they're at the max amount. Like, I don't really think they should add any more HQs or any other businesses like that to the game, because there is just so many that we already have in GTA Online. For newer players, it's probably starting to get confusing. Back in the day, it used to be fairly simple. You just did a couple things and then you know exactly what you got to do. But now there is just a million different things you could do, and it's kind of all over the place. So I don't really think they should add too many more HQs and too many more businesses into the game, since we already have a ton of them. And honestly, we have some pretty damn good ways to make money. Some of them are great and some of them are pretty garbage. But I mean, the Perico heist is really amazing. Special cargo is great. Vehicle cargo is great. But if they add any more, it's just going to be too much. I'm honestly even just trying to think, like, if they were to add another HQ, what would it even be? Because they've already added practically everything. There's really not too much more they could add. So at some point, they're just not going to be able to add any more. Or they're going to keep adding them, but they're going to be garbage. And I'm not going to lie, the map just is not big enough for all of this. Like, they're going to have to add another map to the game. And I really hope they do at some point, but honestly, there's a very low chance of that. The next thing I expect to see is mansions. Now, I don't know if this is going to happen or not, but I do expect them to add some new homes for us to purchase, and I expect them to add proper mansions. Big frickin' houses. There's so many of them around the entire city in GTA Online, but they just don't give us access to them. But they really could. It wouldn't be that hard. Back in the day, they kept the community very happy by just adding content instead of HQs and businesses for us to make money. They were just adding cool vehicles and all this other awesome stuff for us, and we were all very happy. The player base was growing. It was great. So it shows that they don't need to add one of those in every single update that they put out, which they've been doing a lot recently. Every other update's been another HQ and some more businesses that we could buy to make money. I'm not saying they're bad. It's pretty great. You make good money from a lot of the businesses in game, and of course, they do double money events where we make double the amount of money. It's pretty damn great, but they don't need to add that in every single update. For example, in Grand RP, you could buy every single house in the entire game, and a bunch of awesome businesses like gas stations and stores and a bunch of other cool stuff. All of that is in GTA 5, but we just don't have access to it. So maybe we'll get access to those really cool big mansions that are out in the mountains. We'll get access to some cool homes in Vinewood Hills, and more importantly, the big mansions in the city as well. It will be insane. They probably won't add all of them. I would expect at least like 20 of them or something like that, and they would cost like $10 million or $20 million, and it would be freaking awesome. And if they were to do an update about this, they wouldn't just add the homes. They would obviously have to add some other stuff into the game as well. If they're not doing an HQ or a business and they're doing this type of update, they're going to have to add a bunch of other really cool content. Maybe they might add some more customization into the homes where we could customize the interiors a bit more. Maybe we can't do it ourselves, but they add some new variants and different styles for what we could actually have in game, which I think would be pretty damn cool. And when I say multiple interior styles, I don't mean like what we already have, where it's the exact same thing, but it's just different carpet, different paints, and a few things in terms of furniture that are different. I'm talking about you can really see the difference. One of them, it has the counter on the left side. The other one doesn't have a counter at all, and it's a whole party pad. Like, just crazy stuff, completely different from one to the other. Or, you know, when you actually buy the house or you buy whatever you're purchasing, you go through a couple pages on the internet. You select what color you want the walls to be, the countertops, the floor pattern. Either you want marble, maybe you want wood, you want some tiles, stuff like that, where you could just customize it a little bit, where you don't actually get to do it in person, but you can order it when you actually buy the house. And it would be pretty damn cool, I'm not going to lie. So I'm expecting to see some stuff like this because, like I said, how much longer can they go on by adding an HQ and businesses? They're going to have to add some other stuff to the game. And if they add mansions, I think people will be pretty damn happy because we've been waiting, what, almost 10 years for this? And we might finally get it. And like I said, this might happen, but it might not. Of course, if they were to release this, they wouldn't just release these mansions and stuff like that. Or, I mean, they could. If they really hit it out of the park with that, they could just release that as its own thing, and then boom, that's their DLC update for the year. You never know. But some other cool examples of stuff they might add if they were to release an update like this, and they weren't going to release an HQ or something like that, just fun stuff for the community to play around with in GTA Online. They might add some stuff like we could go to the beach and play volleyball or play basketball. Just like you can play arm wrestling and darts, you just go into the circle, invite people, and then you play a little game, I guess. And we have skate parks. They might add skateboards, which would make it a little bit more realistic. It's just strange to me that they have all of this stuff in GTA Online, but they don't want to release any of it. Like, after I saw a few DLC updates, I was like, okay, they're starting to open up buildings. We're starting to get more content in the game. I'm expecting them to actually start opening stuff up. And this was like 5 years ago. But they really haven't in a very long time. But they did do a few things. For example, we got access to the CEO buildings, the massive skyscrapers in the middle of the city. We got access to all these warehouses everywhere, drug labs and stuff like that. So they are starting to open stuff up, but they're doing it slowly. And at this rate, I'm going to be 90 by the time we can access everything in GTA Online, which is absolutely crazy. And I hope that doesn't actually happen, knock on wood. But like I said, they have all of this stuff in the game, but they're just not adding it or taking advantage of what they actually have right there in their hands, because they got a bunch of cool stuff. You just go around the city. Imagine if you had a skateboard, you're like, hey, I feel like going skateboarding right now. You pull out your skateboard, you go to the skate park, and then you just go fuck around. Or you go to the beach, you go play basketball. Boom, done. Tons of stuff you could do, but they just don't add it yet. So I'm hoping that they add some of this stuff in 2022. Because like I said, in terms of HQs and businesses and stuff, I really do not know what else they can add. Like, when you actually think about it, they've added a ton of stuff to the game. And personally for me, I could come up with a couple ideas, but I doubt Rockstar would actually be thinking of the same stuff. And personally, I kind of think they're practically out of ideas at this point. So if they just start opening up the city, I think players would be pretty damn happy. Anyways, that's pretty much going to wrap the video up for today. This is the stuff I expect to see in 2022 in GTA 5 Online. It might happen, it might not. There's a very low chance of it, but I mean, I'm expecting to see stuff like this at some point, because if they don't release any of this stuff, then what was the point of even having it in the game? They should have just never put it in the game, and then bada bing, bada boom. You know what I mean? Anyways, let me know what you guys think of everything I said in this video down below in the comment section, and what do you guys expect to see in GTA 5 in 2022? Anyways, thank you so much for watching, and I will catch you guys in the next one.